ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
Two early morning shootings in the downtown area have business owners and employees worried for their safety. Both happening just blocks from each other. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. As our ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo shows us, these shootings come just days after San Diego police discuss the increase in gun violence in our city.
Many business owners told me they'd rather not talk about the safety measures they take on camera, but others told me they are very concerned at night in the Gaslamp. This was the scene early Monday morning after shots were fired in downtown near 7th and Market. Our ABC 10 News breaking news tracker was recording when he captured this. More gunshots, another shooting just blocks away near 5th and Island.
I heard 4 gunshots. Everybody started running.
The man shot in the second shooting did not survive. 2 shootings just minutes apart, leaving business owners and their employees shaken.
You're just trying to be as hospitable and friendly as possible while also being on your guard.
Casey Bethlin is a server at Metal Bar and Restaurant in the Gaslamp. The bar has security, but she says coworkers are always on alert.
We take as many precautions as necessary. We also carry pepper spray and have tasers and stuff too.
Just last week, San Diego Police Chief David Nisley announced a new violence reduction plan aimed at addressing an increase in gun violence in the city. The chief said the plan included more officer presence in high-problem areas, including the Gaslamp Quarter. Business owners like Patricia Bronchi of Opera Cafe says she notices more officers, but says the violence is too much, even considering moving out of the Gaslamp.
But it's not so easy because you need to spend a lot of money. And you cannot move a restaurant just like that. It's not, it's easy to say, but really difficult to do it.
The executive director of the Gaslamp Quarter Association says he's in touch with SDPD weekly. Many bars have their own private security. The increase in crime, not just in the Gaslamp. Chief Nisley saying gun violence is up citywide 129%.
Having an incident like last night, and you shouldn't deter anyone coming down because it's, this is an isolated incident that has nothing to do with, a business or anything of that nature.
In the Gaslamp Quarter, Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
Also tonight, police are investigating a homicide after a person was killed in Chicano Park tonight. This is happening right now. It's unknown if the victim was stabbed or shot, but first responders tried unsuccessfully to give them CPR on the way to the hospital. Our ABC 10 News breaking news tracker, as you can see, is there right now. Now, we're told that people were gathering for a memorial for someone who had died last year. About 50 people were there. Some began throwing bottles and trash at officers after they arrived responding to the scene. Police told us they had to fire pepper balls in response. Of course, this is a developing story. We will continue to update you both on air and online.
After an active weekend filled with rain and thunderstorms in parts of the county, the heat and humidity are holding on in San Diego County. Meteorologist Angelica Campos is tracking the muggy weather. Angelica.
Hi, Kim. That's right. Very active weather will continue, although some days will be better than others for thunderstorms to develop. But tonight we're tracking high humidity levels. So you can see it in the dew points. You can see it in the relative humidity with numbers well above 50% from Ramona all the way back to the coast and Oceanside, actually 90%. Very, very humid near the coast. A couple of thunderstorms have developed. Most everything has been outside of our county. The closest thunderstorms in the Palm Springs area, but a few spotty showers could develop any day, as well as a possibility of thunderstorms. We'll talk about when we'll have the best chances and whether or not we could see similar conditions to the weekend this week.
Angelica, thank you. Cleanup has begun after the horrific flooding that killed nearly 200 people in Western Europe. Across the western part of Germany, there are more scenes like this. Homes and cars, they are badly damaged, mud covering just about everything. There is a desperate effort to get people supplies, including drinking water and generators. The floods were caused by unprecedented rainfall. After battering Germany, that storm moved through Belgium and the Netherlands.
It was a tough day on Wall Street. The Dow Jones dropped 725 points over fears of the spread of the Delta variant. ABC 10 News reporter John Horn explains these economic jitters come just as San Diego is rebounding.
You may be noticing that the tourist hotspots around San Diego are packed, as are the restaurants. The question now is whether the Delta variant will throw off our economy's recovery.
This is an urban resort, a true experience for you to enjoy San Diego.
Chuck Abbott was feeling optimistic Monday. The hotel he runs, the Intercontinental, was more than 80% booked over the weekend and will be near those occupancy numbers this week thanks to a group leasing 100 rooms.
Business is certainly much better since June 15th when we were able to open up and take on more business.
In June, San Diego's leisure and hospitality field added 4,800 people to payrolls, making up 84% of the net gain in jobs for the month. Since the beginning of the year, the Dow Jones Industrial Average has gained 3,738 points. That's despite its 725-point drop Monday, its biggest drop since October, due to concerns over the Delta variant.
Hopefully, if it does slow it down, it's just, it's a small amount. It's more of a pumping of the brakes than a slamming on of the brakes. That's probably what it would be. But the last thing these companies would want to go through is getting burned again.
Despite the variant, Abbott says he's still seeing a lot of demand for travel. His biggest challenge, filling about a dozen open jobs amid a shortage of workers. John Horn, ABC 10 News.
And the Dow closed at 33,962. For measure 1 year ago, it was 26,680. There were more than 1,400 new COVID cases reported in San Diego County from Friday to Sunday. That brings our total to more than 287,000 cases in the county.
It has been more than a year since the southern border closed to tourists, but businesses that rely on those shoppers from Mexico are eagerly awaiting the border's possible reopening on Wednesday. Our ABC 10 News reporter Sofia Hernandez shares how the Department of Homeland Security has a make-or-break decision for those businesses remain closed or reopen.
For business owners like these in San Isidro, it's been a never-ending roller coaster to see if and when they'll be able to see their clientele from across the border.
A lot of us, we don't going to survive if we don't get some help, to be honest.
Olivia Campos has spent 20 years in the retail industry. Her store, Carolyn Shoes, used to be packed by the hour.
There was no cover. You will see pretty much at least 12 to 15 people over here.
Now they are lucky if one person walks through an aisle.
Or you can see there is no people walking in the streets, no cars, no nothing.
In the same shopping center lies Fronteras Norte. Owner Maria Cruz says business is slow.
Like 30% of our customers are visa customers that come across, and those are the ones that are not coming across.
The transportation agency used to make multiple trips with 7 buses. Now, with just 4 buses, daily trips turn to weekly.
So every time they say it's going to be open, we say, oh, we're going to add another run, and then we can't add it until the border is open.
The San Isidro Chamber of Commerce says as of Monday, 650 businesses have been impacted, close to 200 forced to close. Campos hopes her pride and joy does not become one of them.
My hope is going down already because I say Los Angeles, they already mandate again the mask and everything. I say we have very little possibilities to open the border.
Expecting the worst.
Every time they say it's going to be, our hopes come up and then they come down. Another month.
Yet they keep hoping for a reopening, more foot traffic and filled carts, keeping their stores and others open. Campos says her biggest fear right now is the Delta variant and those who remain unvaccinated. She says she believes that will be the deciding factor in whether or not the border will reopen. In San Isidro, Sofia Hernandez, ABC 10 News.
Mayor Todd Gloria released a statement tonight. He says in part this unnecessary damage to our regional economy as Baja California's vaccination rate is similar to that of San Diego County and air travel is allowed despite restrictions on traveling by car or foot. For months, I have been calling on federal officials to end these restrictions and I will continue to do so until they are lifted.
Gubernatorial candidate Kevin Faulconer says he'll sue the state over how his name appears on the ballot. Faulconer requested to be listed as retired San Diego mayor. The Secretary of State's office rejected that. Under state law, the ballot designation is supposed to be the candidate's principal profession, vocation, or occupation in the calendar year leading up to filing for the run. Faulconer was termed out in 2020. He's also challenging Governor Newsom to debates ahead of the September election. Faulconer says he would consider debating with other Republican Republican candidates as well. Newsom has not yet responded.
Father Joe Carroll will be laid to rest tomorrow. His funeral is being held at St. Rita's Catholic Church in Valencia Park at 10 in the morning. Father Joe died last weekend after battling diabetes. He worked for decades to help San Diego's homeless, emphasizing the need for services that went beyond providing shelter. Father Joe was 80 years old. The public is invited to that memorial, but seating will be limited.